2003 Chevy Impala with a 3.4 liter engine. We're going to be replacing the harmonic balancer. As you can tell, it's completely worn. Hasn't been riding on the belt. Has been riding correctly in a long time. As you can see, the first three ribs there, or splines I should say, have rusted out. So I'm going to show you guys how to replace it. And also, in the next video, I'll show you how to do the water pump because it's leaking and you can even hear it. It's pretty much needs to be replaced. And also check all the pulleys. Make sure everything else is fine. Make sure everything else turns. They turn pretty fine. You can even see it leaking on the AC compressor. And you have a puddle down there. So it's been leaking for quite some time. It's been doing drips at a time. I would show you how to take off the belt, but when I got to the vehicle, the belt wasn't even on here. So first thing we're going to do is remove the wheel. Alright, so let's remove this wheel. Get your 519s. There we go. Next you got some Phillips screws that needs to be removed in order to get to the harmonic balancer. Alright. It's the first one, here's the second one. Here's your second one. You can just pop those out. Put those to the side. And you got one more, but you got enough room here in order to actually get to what you need to get to. I have my 18. Now I'm going to try to remove this nut. Go. Once you take off the harmonic balancer bolt, you're actually going to have to drop the subframe a bit in order to get the remover tool on there correctly. So I have the jack on the subframe here, and now I'm going to just remove this 19mm bolt. Now we're going to have to loosen up this bolt as well. Alright. Got this tool installed. We're going to tighten up those bolts. Now I'm gonna put some penetrating oil. I just want to get this snug at least, so it doesn't move. Something like that, and that way I can at least just start tightening up these bolts. They're all 15mm. All right, let's tighten these up. Pretty good. Now only thing we got to do is tighten down this bolt, but let me get my penetrating oil first. Let's just get a little bit of oil on this harmonic balancer, on these bolts, on these threads. And now once you got that oiled up, let's remove this harmonic balancer. you go. So what I'm gonna do next is clean this up. Make sure keep that in the same spot. You don't want to move that at all. But we're gonna clean this up. If the seal is bad, this might be a good time to replace it. Let me see. There's a lot of oil around here, but I know he has a coolant leak. Let me see here. I haven't heard anything about the. See, all this stuff might be oil too. All this crud. Nice motor mount. This is motor mount. It's trashed. Good God. Here's our harmonic balancer. I like to personally take some anti-seize and just put it on the sleeve here to make installation that much easier. There we go. Now we're going to clean this up. Make sure my area is clean. Don't have any fitment issues. Alright, and now we take a harmonic balancer and we align it with the pin. Make sure you get that aligned correctly and then get a few taps with a hammer. Just a few taps, not too much. There we go. A few taps so we can get a few good threads on our harmonic balancer so we don't have to worry about stripping it out. And also one thing I didn't check, but you want to check is make sure it's aligned correctly. And that's one thing you want to stress, is making sure it's aligned. And now we're going to tighten this down. If you do it right, you can probably do it with your hand, but I'm using my gun. You want to try your best to make sure that's tight, because if you're just using a regular ratchet, well, it's kind of hard to torque it, honestly, because this would just spin. Alright, start this one by hand. And same thing for here. Try to get a few hand turns in if you can. Also tighten this bolt down. Okay. Subframe. There we go. Let's see if I get one more click. Alright, after that, you torque those subframe bolts. Put these pins back in. Start the screws. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to show you guys the belt unless you watch the water pump video. You see how to at least install it. And you just get these snug. There you go. Make sure you don't move too much. You don't want to fall off while the customer's driving or while you're driving. Pretty much that's it. Alright guys, thank you. And I'll see you guys on a test drive.